Hi class! Welcome to another scientific adventure. I'm your student teacher for today, Ma'am Evelyn Suarez. Are you ready to join me in today's lesson? Come on! Hey class! Did you see that? You see that silver shining light? Have you ever wondered that thing changes appearance from time to time? That thing called the moon. The moon is the natural satellite that Earth has. Satellite is an object that revolves around a larger object. The moon does not produce its own light. Do you know why? The light that we see is actually the light that's reflected from the sun. It takes 29 and a half days to complete one phase. For today's lesson, we will explore the phases of the moon. In this topic, we will learn about the different phases of the moon and why are there changes in appearance of the moon during different times of the month. As we observe the moon, it seems it changes shape every day. However, the moon that you see is only the part illuminated by the sun. For example, when the moon appears like a complete circle, then the entire moon is being illuminated by the sun. Another example is, if only a half of the moon is being illuminated by the sun, then you will see a half circle only. These different shapes of the moon are called phases. Let us know more about the phases of the moon. There are 8 phases of the moon. These are the new moon, waxing crescent moon, first quarter moon, waxing gibbous moon, full moon, waning gibbous moon, last quarter moon, and waning crescent moon. The major question is, how does it happen? You see, as we know, the moon revolves around the Earth at the fixed orbit. The moon changes from one phase to another for about 4 weeks or 29 and a half days to complete one phase. So, when the moon is exactly in the middle of the Earth and the sun, it becomes nearly invisible in night sky, as the side of the facing of the Earth does not get the sunlight. This invisible phase of the moon is called the new moon. But as the moon continues to orbit and the moon moves a little ahead in the waxing phase after 2 or 3 days, some of the light from the sun starts to fall on some parts of it, which makes the moon appear in a crescent shape in the phase called the waxing crescent moon. And as the moon continues its orbital journey, the sun reflection keeps on increasing on the moon's surface. And in about a week, when the sun is in 90-degree position to the moon, we could see its later portion. This phase called the first quarter moon. And in about 2 or 3 days after the first quarter, the moon is more than a half moon and still increasing its illuminated surface in the phase we call the waxing gibbous moon. And in about 2 weeks after the new moon or invisible moon, it reaches behind Earth with respect to the sun and the pole side of the moon facing the Earth gets the sunlight, finally, we can see the full moon. But it doesn't end there, class. As the moon comes to the waning stage, when the moon starts its return journey from the full moon, the light begins to decrease on its surface and it enters the waxing cave of space. After this occurs the last quarter phase, during which the moon once again half illuminated but the little area is visible is on the decline. This follows the waning crescent phase, in which the moon shrinks back to a crescent that less than half full. And finally, the moon finishes its journey in about 29 and a half days, marking the completion of the cold phases of the moon, just to start over again. And this is how the journey of the phases of the moon happens. I hope you learned in today's lesson. Until next time, bye!